Hi, my name is Angeli Flores, and this is my persuasive speech on why you should become an organ donor. So why should you consider organ donation? Besides the fact that you get to help save someone's life, something super quick and easy to sign up for. And despite there being many myths about it, usually those are all fake, and it's not at all what organ donation is about. So what's the process of becoming an organ donor? How does it work? How do you get matched? How can you donate whether you're alive or deceased? How can you donate based on your personal religion and health conditions? So when you become an organ donor, if you're matched with someone, they will contact you to see if you can go donate. And how do you get matched? According to organdonors.gov, you can get matched by blood type, body size, severity of patient medical condition, the distance between the donor's hospital and the patient's hospital, how long the patient has been waiting, and if the patient is still available to receive a transplant. So how can you donate whether you're alive or deceased? For a deceased donor, they would have to die in a specific way, such as having an illness, being in an accident or severe head trauma, etc. Then the patient is put on an artificial medical support that will keep the organs alive with blood and oxygen flowing through. And if you're alive and you're donating, then you would just get contacted and say if you do want to donate. So the process of becoming an organ donor. Who can donate? Anyone can donate regardless of your age, race, or ethnicity. And for religion, although being a donor is always a personal choice, there are many religions that allow it and some that don't. So according to organdonor.gov, Catholics can donate an eye, organ, and tissue since it is considered an act of charity of love, and transplants are morally and ethically acceptable to the nation. Then Islam religions, it said on there that it is permissible to transplant an organ from a dead person to a living person whose life and basic essential functions depend on that organ, subject to condition that permission is given by the deceased before his death or by his heirs after his death. And based on their health condition, according to Forbes, if you have an autoimmune disease, had cancer within the last 5 to 6 years, or HIV, it could rule out becoming an organ donor. So, myths about organ donation. If they see I'm a donor, they won't try and save my life. False. Doctors have an oath to follow. And also, according to AMA Journal of Ethics, there are laws about this, and justice dictates that physicians must provide care to everyone and anyone that needs it. It is illegal for a physician to refuse this based on race, gender, or religion. So there are priorities when it comes to this. And based on what condition the patient is, UNOS, aka United Network for Organ Sharing, will decide who is eligible to receive the organ first, depending on how serious the condition is and if the organ is deliverable on time. And there are laws that don't allow this. One of them is called Rule of Justice, which is something that physicians use, and it is a duty to save endangered life when possible. So, myths about organ donation, part 2. If I'm in a coma, they can take my organs. False. Being in a coma and being brain dead are two completely different things. If you're in a coma, there's still a chance that you can come out of it, and the doctors will be running many tests on your brain to see if there's still brain activity. Now, if you're brain dead, the doctors have already declared this by running that series of brain tests and seeing that there is no brain function. And then if also they can know it if the patient cannot breathe on their own. So say that they're using the artificial medical support to breathe for them. So about this and how much time the family has. So according to the Advanced Directives Act, it is when a physician decides to stop the treatment with no liability. For example, say the family wants to continue providing life support for someone that is brain dead. The physician can choose to stop the treatment with no liability held onto them, as long as they tell the family 10 days before this is done. However, if the patient dies from a cardiac arrest, their organs must be donated within the 24 hours since there won't be any blood or oxygen flowing through. Then if there is none of that, it can cause organ failure. So benefits of organ donation. you get to help save a life, whether it's a family member, someone's sister, child, or loved one. And the difference one donor makes. If one donor donates, you get to help save 8 lives, and one tissue donor gets to help save 75 lives. So what actually happens every day? According to Cleveland Clinic, each day 20 U.S. men, women, and children die waiting for an organ, since there are no organs available most of the time. So how many people are actually aware of this? According to organdonor.gov, 90% of people support organ donation, but only about 60 of them actually sign up to become a donor. Where can you sign up and become an organ donor? You can sign up online at your nearest DMV, or when you go get your state-issued license or ID, or you can sign up online in your state. So make sure you share and talk about this with friends and social media. Help bring more awareness on how easy it is to sign up to become a donor. And you can sign up with AST, which is American Society of Transplantation, to become a donor. Overall, you should become an organ donor because you get to help save a life, and who knows, maybe one day you'll be the one needing an organ. It's something quick and easy to sign up for and to be able to donate. And although there are plenty of myths out there about organ donation, most of those are fake, and there are many religions that allow this, only some that don't. So thank you for your time.